Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the vlog. Welcome to the channel. Well, comes with a little bit of humility, and I'll just go ahead and get right into it. Apparently, the turbo wasn't actually bad on the truck. And I'll put pictures up here, but I swear that was oil coming out of there. I should have smelled it, I guess, just to be sure, but it looked and felt whatever like oil. I mean, it was just, like oil mixed with water because, because it was, on the ground where the ground was saturated with water. Anyway, apparently the turbo isn't bad. So I wasted an entire week for nothing, but at the same time, you can say it wasn't wasted because I was home and spending time with the family, but it is a little humiliating. Just kind of being transparent with everybody. What the shop thinks what it was is simply water got down into the exhaust, into the Y pipe area. And when I started it, the pressure from the engine was pushing it out. I still don't understand it because if the water was down there in the first place, it should have been leaking before I started the truck. At least the soft drip, not the high pressured squirt, but the soft drip like it did after I shut the engine off and it was still dripping. I would think it would have still been dripping. But we had a heavy rainstorm the weekend before that, and the truck has sat through rain before, a heavy rainstorm before, and I've never had that issue. And like I said, I'll put a picture of it up here, but this looks, just look at it. It looks like oil. As people know, the problem with oil coming out of the exhaust, that's, you instantly think it's the turbos, or one of the turbos in my case. But like I said, they took it apart and it wasn't. Now, what kind of bugs me after the fact, after that, is this happened Tuesday, right? By Wednesday, and this isn't my normal shop. This is just the shop that my truck was parked at. I was afraid to drive my truck all the way to the shop that I normally use, which was only about a half an hour away. But if it was actually oil and the turbo was blowing oil through, I didn't want to drive it. I didn't want to tow it because that would have been a huge expense. So I just let the shop where I park it at, I was going to have them work on it. On Wednesday, they told me that they confirmed that. I specifically asked, so they confirmed because they ordered the turbo, the bottom turbo. And I specifically asked, I said, okay, so you confirmed it's the turbo. He said, yes. And I said, you confirmed it's the bottom turbo. He said, yes. I said, okay. So that implies that they took it apart and they did diagnostics on it. Right? Wouldn't you think? You would think that would mean that they took it apart and they did diagnostics on it before they ordered the new turbo. On Friday, they call me. They call me and they say, both turbos are dry. There's no oil in either of the turbos, which means they never took the exhaust or anything apart until Friday. But yet they somehow automatically knew it was that turbo. So I should have known better when I saw it. I should have, smelled it and made sure it wasn't oil. I was so sure. I was adamant that was oil. Like I said, that picture it looks like oil. What else? It wasn't any other color. It looked like used oil. It is what it is. It was a waste of time. Let this be a lesson to anybody else out there that might have that happen. Look at it a little closer, kind of take it between your fingers more and see if it has the consistency more of oil. But see, again, though, it was mixed with water, because like I said, the ground was it was a huge rainstorm the night before. The ground was saturated. And smell it. Make sure it smells like oil. But I even had a buddy of mine drive by. He was just coincidentally driving by with his truck with a Caterpillar and all that stuff. He pulls a flatbed, and he came by the shop, and I took him out to lunch, but he was looking at it and he was even sure it was oil. I can't believe that I fell for this on my own, but I did. They're putting it back together. They even ran the truck with the exhaust off with both turbos on and it didn't spit any oil out. So they looked at the pre-cooler, they looked at everything. Everything that's supposed to be dry is dry. So it wasn't the turbo. I'm still unsure because, like I said, this truck has sat through heavy rain before and it didn't squirt oil out of the white pipe, or it didn't squirt dirty water out of the white pipe like that. And I get it that if water got down there, it's going to mix with the soot and then it's going to look like that. But it's never done that. Unless this is the first time that, unless there were never actually any like pin size holes from exhaust or from rust down there on the white pipe before, and this is the first rainstorm that it's had a little bit of rust in there that created some little pin size holes that let it come out. I don't know, but I'm baffled. I really am. The positive to this is that I was home all week with the family and the kids and got to spend some time with them. Was home for my birthday, which I was home for my birthday anyway. Anyway, I got to put the car seats back in the van. We're going to go somewhere. But yeah, I still can't believe it. Like I said, though, if the shop, though, had actually taken it apart on Wednesday like they said they did, well, they didn't specifically say they took it apart, but how else would they have diagnosed it as the bottom turbo if they didn't take it apart? And they were sure it was the bottom turbo. So if they'd actually done that on Wednesday, I would have had a load on Wednesday and been gone. So it just sucks. It sucks. But anyways, guys, that's what it is. That's how it works out here. The rest of the video is just, I'm working on the wife's van, doing an oil change, like basically a how-to on the van, doing some detailing, spending some time with my son. And, if you want to see it, go for it. If not, well, this was, I guess, the highlight of the video, is to see what humiliating thing I did this week, right? But anyways, guys, y'all have a good one out there. Enjoy the rest of the video. And if you have a Toyota at home, they're all, these 3.5 liters, they're all pretty similar on how you change the oil. If you have a Toyota at home with 3.5 liter and you want to know how to change the oil on it, well, watch this video. And like I said, all that good stuff. But this is just a home time vlog right here, I guess, guys. So y'all have a good one out there and enjoy the rest of it. And we'll see you in a little bit, I guess. What's going on, guys? Today is going to be a different vlog. We're going to be changing the oil in the wife's van because the truck is still in the shop. So we'll go ahead and do some stuff around here. You getting it? Oh, Regan's getting feisty. Got it? Okay.
Was the hot list, and I know I want to go to the Garth Brooks show. Do you guys want to?
All right, here we go. Right now we're looking at about $4,000 out the door for the turbo job on the Peterbilt. So yeah, they should be finishing it up today, I hope. And then we will hopefully be able to get a load with it tomorrow. That's my hope anyway. What, buddy? You want the movie on? Okay. Is it on? Is it playing, buddy? No. I love the matching fenders on that trailer. He always has to ride a bike when you come here. You want that one?
Yeah, because I need a wider one with cream.
How about the camo one?
Why?
You like camo, don't you?
Yeah, but
You want to ride that?
But I like these video games.
Okay, well, if you can reach the pedal, you can ride this one.
Okay.
We're not going very far with it, though.
Okay. I can reach the pedal.
Can you? Okay.
Daddy.
Yeah, buddy.
Guess what?
What?
I.
All right, this way, buddy. Right down here. right, we need 0W20.
Dad, I have to make sure I don't hit you.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate that, bud. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing, girly? Let me see. And this. All right, buddy. Let's go take your bike back. We're gonna go. Okay.
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 Bye.
Okay. Got the filter.
Daddy, can you
Got the oil.
play with me?
We're gonna go home and change oil in Mommy's van. All right, wanna go through the car wash?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do it.
Is it that car wash?
Yep, the one right next to us, right up there.
Oh, okay.
That's the one. Let's go get the van nice and spiffy.
Okay.
Here we go. Got the mirrors folded in. Isn't this supposed to do a thing here? Never been in this car wash. Let's see here.
What?
Here we go. Here we go. Sensors are going crazy.
What?
The sensors are going crazy. Exit slowly.
Is it over?
Yep. Wasn't really a fan of that car wash. I like the one by our house more.
Yeah. Okay, it's not over. Is it over now?
Yep, it's just drying us off now.
It's right on.
Are we all dry?
What?
Are we all dry?
Yeah.
All right, it's just a minivan, but I like it to be clean. So let's get home. Forgot to operate the sunroof for a second. I just did. My ears open? Huh? It's too much light?
My window.
You want your window down? Might be a little bit too much wind for Sissy. Let's leave that window up for now, okay?
That's a sun.
You want the sun closed? The sunroof closed? Okay. Sorry, buddy. Is that better?
Now my
Your
window's
window down?
all the way.
All the way.
Yeah.
Check out these fire trucks right up here, buddy.
Well,
Right up here to your right on your side. The Monroe Fire Department. Look at those. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, it looks like we're going to play some video games. He loves playing Forza. Forza is one of his favorite games on there. So we've got the Forza Horizon 2, I think it is. Horizon 3, something like that. But yeah, he loves playing that game. He keeps spending my money on there and buying cars. So right now his favorite car on there is an Ariel Atom, which is a pretty sweet car. But yeah, so we're gonna play that game a little bit, and then we'll. The wife took the van to go somewhere, and then we'll go ahead and work on that.
Daddy,
Yeah.
I am in the screen. I'm in the screen. I'm in the screen. Go. Caca.
Is that your favorite car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And you're going in the river.
Ooh. I did it. Daddy, am I a good driver?
Sometimes. Want everybody to see how good of a driver you are?
Yeah.
Nice. Nice save.
That is a fast car.
It sure is.
I can't.
Oh, no. He turned right in front of you.
He's a meanie.
He is a meanie. All right, we're going to go put the Jeep in the garage so we can do the van. Where are my Jeep keys? Oh, here they are. So we can do the van in the driveway. What? Why are birds coming in the garage? Look at this. That bird just flew out of the garage. Are they building a nest up here somewhere? Huh. I don't know. Weird. Anyway, a long time ago, I tried doing the oil change with the van in the garage, and that was a big mistake. This floor in this garage is so slick, and I always I put it up on the ramps to give myself that much more room to work under it. And I was trying to get it up on the ramps. I got metal ramps for it, and this floor is just so slick, it was just pushing it. And then I finally got it up on the ramp, and then I overshot the ramp, and the front tires spit the ramps back out behind the front tires, and the van high centered itself on the ramps in the garage. Bubby was in the van with me, and he was laughing his little butt off. And I had to actually come out to the back with my floor jack. What in the heck? What am I missing? There's got to be something on that garage door. He was laughing his butt off. I had to get my floor jack out and lift the back of the van up to get the ramps out from under the van. Luckily, it didn't do any damage to the van. The van came down, it crashed down hard on the ramps. I mean, really hard. I was worried about the subframe, but it was fine. Didn't do any damage. Came like inches, though, from landing on the exhaust. That would have been interesting. People say it's a minivan. Why would you want a minivan? Well, like I said, it's the wife's minivan. I've actually had somebody like tell me that I'm on YouTube. They've like told me that I'm not a real truck driver because because my wife's got a minivan. I don't know. But it's a nice minivan. I'm just saying, it's a nice minivan. What's up, buddy? What are you doing?
The Jeep is pretty dirty.
The Jeep is pretty dirty. It's a little dirty. We should probably have taken that through the car wash, huh?
Yeah.
That's just from the parking lot at work. This is how muddy our parking lot is at work. Of course, the tire was from the yard just now. It got a little muddy, but yeah. See how close we are to having them lined up just right. Yeah. A little bit off. There you go.
Now it.
Yep, now it's straight. And I'll move it just a little bit more. All right, there we go.
Why
now-
is it not on the wheel?
Well, we got to push the ramp up against the tire so we know we're going to be right in line. See that?
Yeah.
It's up against the tire now. Perfect. It's always a good idea to chalk your back tires too in this situation. Don't hit people with that.
Okay.
Yeah, put it under that tire for me, just like I did. Shove it clear under that tire as far as it'll go.
Okay.
There you go. Is it straight? There you go.
That's how far we go.
That's as far as it goes.
Yeah.
I'll give her a little kick. All right, good job, buddy. Good job. All right, let's look under the van, buddy. All right, so what we got here, right there's the filter. Right here's the filter. Right here's the pan. It's all nice and warm since the wife just drove it. And of course, don't touch the bottom of the van, okay, buddy?
Okay.
Especially around here.
Okay.
It's really hot.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Whoa.
And then there's the drain plug right there.
No.
So like you said, it's super easy to get access to everything on this van. The pan goes under the van so that it catches the oil when it comes out of the pan that's on the van.
Oh.
See, the oil will drain out of the oil pan
Oh yeah.
and then it'll drain into here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. And then we gotta always make sure you take this cap off. One time I forgot to take this cap off and it made a big old mess. All right, ready to get to it, buddy?
Yeah.
Okay. I can never remember what size that drain plug is, so I would just bring the whole thing over there with me so I knew. And then of course with this van, the oil filter adapter, to remove the oil filter, it's just you don't use a like a band wrench, like a typical oil filter wrench. What you'll use is this guy right here. I'm not really sure if there's a size. There's several different sizes for this kind of a wrench, but it just plops right on the bottom of the housing for the filter, and then it just unscrews right from there. Might need the breaker bar for that.
We need to break it the bar.
No, we're not going to break the bar, but you're using a breaker bar.
Wait.
Yeah, be careful with that.
It's not heavy.
Nope, it's not too heavy, but that's what we use. That's what we're going to use that for leverage, so we can turn the nut easier.
Oh, is this how you turn it?
Let's get her.
Let's get that bad boy up.
Let's get that bad boy. That's right. Well, dang, I'd never actually spent any time down here before on this van. Like I said, we did our other van.
Dad, look, this is comfy.
Is it comfy?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you think it is. But that axle shaft looks brand new. Huh, look at that. That thing looks really spick and span. Still got the stickers are readable. That looks like a brand new axle. Okay, cool.
Bottom of the van.
I did.
You're touching it. Daddy, you were touching the bottom of the van.
I was touching the bottom of the van.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't touch the hot part though. Yeah.
Where, Daddy?
Yeah, see right here, this is the filter wrench. Just goes right on there like that, and you unscrew it, and the filter sits inside of here. I think it's 14, buddy?
Yeah.
It's a little loose. Let me see here.
I didn't know where they went.
That's even looser. Must be the 14. There we go. Sucker's on there good. Never want to tighten one of these drain plugs this tight. Golly. This was silly. I don't know who tightened this one last because I didn't do the last oil change on this. But they got it way too tight. I might need the breaker bar. Who does that? Alright, let me I need the other breaker bar. Got me a little more leverage. Yeah, guys, you never want to tighten a drain plug this tight. You just don't want to do that. This is not thick. This is aluminum. This is not very thick metal, and you'll likely strip the threads doing it this tight. Ah, there it is. There it is. Again, make sure that the cap is off at the top of there. I don't know where my son went. He went inside, I guess. Now we're able to do it. Alright. It's gonna be kind of warm because she's just driving it. She's warm. Cool. Look at that. You always want to make sure you don't just set one of these drain plugs on the ground. You want to do everything possible to keep those threads clean. Alright, so now we got all of this drained out from the pan. So now we're going to do the filter.
What's the filter?
The filter is what the oil runs through to filter out any debris so it doesn't go through the engine. Yeah. So now...
This is tiny.
It's tiny.
Yeah. There's my pinky could fit in it.
Alright, now...
My pinky could fit in it.
This, let's go and put the thread, or the, since that's drained out of there, let's put the cap, or the drain plug, back into the pan. Now, I always like to put the drain plug in a towel so that, like I said, it doesn't get dirty. And do not cross thread. Like I said, you just want it snug. You don't want to tighten the hell out of it, like some people do, apparently.
I found it. I found my lawnmower.
Oh, you found your lawnmower?
Yeah.
Cool. Now, one thing kind of nice about these filters is the filters themselves have a drain plug. Because the housing fills up with oil. This isn't like a, you know, typical filter, you know, that you'd see with like the casing and everything. This, on this one it comes, I might need an extension. Yeah. I made that pretty tight too. Alright, well, that's not supposed to start turning yet. Yeah. This is supposed to come out independently from this, so I should not be turning the filter housing yet. It's funny, the things that they got too tight and the things they didn't get tight enough. Whoever did the last oil change. I know people that see my trucking videos are probably going to say, this is why you need to do your own work on your truck. But like I said, it's just too far from the house. It takes up too much time. At least this I can do right in my own driveway, not my semi. At least not here. Alright, so now let's take this thing off. Have to give her a little wallop here. Nope. Well, you're not helping, that's why. Those morons. All right, well, I guess they're idiots. Gosh, people annoy me. This right here is supposed to unscrew from this. Apparently, they don't do that. They just simply tighten the hell out of this. So now I have to take out the whole housing, so it's going to be full of oil. I should not be able to, oh my God. I shouldn't be able to turn this filter housing with that. Yeah, that was a mess. So now we just got to clean this filter housing off. I'm going to try to get that. See, this is what I was talking about. This right here, you're supposed to be able to use a 3/8 drive on there to twist that out, and then oil, you put a little spout up in there that comes with the filter. But this spout right here is supposed to thread up into where this thing comes out of, and then oil just drains out of the spout, and it makes a nice clean exit for the oil. But this thing's on there so tight, it won't do it. But yeah, see, here's the new filter right here. All right. Just push it down in there until you hear a little snap. Just like that. Now it's in there. And this gasket goes right here. Goes around these threads. And the small gasket is supposed to go in there. So I have to take this off if I want to get this new gasket put in. It would probably be okay not to, but I still like to go ahead and get that off so I can get a nice fresh gasket in there. And then of course with these, just like you do with the filters that are in the casing, you put the oil around the gasket to, you know, just lubricate it up a little bit so it doesn't dry rot and whatnot. The same thing with this, just dunk it in the oil. And same with this, dunk it in the oil and then put it on. Figure I'll try to use my vise to hold on to it. You don't want to clamp it down too hard though. Don't want to break the housing. Let's go ahead and get that in there. I want it tight enough that I can turn this. Who in the world put that on there? It's like they put Loctite on it. Oh, that's not going to come. I feel like it's going to break the housing. Well, yeah, it's just, nope. Ain't worth breaking the housing over. Yep. Yeah, it just ain't worth, it's not worth breaking it. It wasn't leaking before, so I guess we'll just not worry about putting the new gasket in there. Okay, interesting. And if you're one of those people that feel like you have to put oil in the filter, this is a good one to do that with, because you can easily put oil on the dirty side of the filter. You can put the clean oil on the dirty side here, and then that way it'll filter through when the engine starts. But you don't want to put it straight into the clean side of the filter. All right, now we'll just go ahead and throw that back on.
It was at this moment Jackson knew. He thought.
It landed right on cross member down there. Right there's where it goes, right here. Again, you don't want to cross thread it. This filter is just, or the housing is just plastic. So, that's not good. How did that happen? Something didn't go on there, right? Let me see. There's a little clip here I'm looking at that I don't remember seeing on our old Sienna. I don't know what the purpose of that clip is. Huh. Alright, well, should be alright. Now this is a bit of a dilemma. This gasket right here is supposed to go, like I said, right around here, and then you thread this up into the... This gasket's supposed to be on there, right? Well, this gasket's, every time I try to put it up there, the gasket, when you get even just a little bit tight, the gasket starts to like fold out and doesn't create a seal. Like it starts to like bow out of there. And then I got to thinking, I didn't remember pulling a gasket off of here when I took the housing off. And I went back and looked at footage, and sure enough, there was no gasket here. But there's supposed to be. But that meant this thing was all the way up there against the against the bottom of the block, or the bottom of the block, into the housing area there with no gasket, and it never leaked. So now my dilemma is, do I put it on there again without the gasket, or leave the gasket on there? That's really strange. Our old Sienna always had a gasket right here, and I never had an issue with the gasket when I put it back up on the engine. But this one I am. So maybe I don't like the idea of not having a gasket, though. That doesn't make any sense. I'll leave the gasket on. That's just weird. So here's what I'm talking about. See that red up there? Like right here, that's the gasket. And this right here is a smooth, flat part side of the housing. And then it's rounded. And there's another flat spot over here. But they're designed that way. I didn't do anything to make it like that. But I just made it hand tight, as tight as I could with my hand. And like a quarter, not even a quarter, like an eighth of a turn with the wrench. And that'll be good enough. So pretty much just hand tight. Like I said, there was not a gasket on here when I took it off. So that's not good. I don't know how this didn't leak, but we're good, I think. All right, now we're just gonna put some oil in there. It takes 5.7 quarts in the 2017 Sienna. I always like to put some in and then look underneath and make sure you got nothing leaking out of the oil pan. You won't really have anything coming out of the filter until you start the engine, so you won't have any leaking out of there either way right now. And then I'll show you how you reset after I get it all topped off. I'll show you how you reset the computer on here to start the oil life monitor over. Let me just look at the oil filter while it's up on the ramp. Now the engine's running. Don't see anything leaking. Like I said, that kind of threw me for a loop. That thing didn't have a gasket on. Okay. All right, well, that pretty much does it with the oil change. Don't trip. Don't see any leaks. Nope. All right. That's how you do that. So I'll go ahead and detail our van and then show you the after. But the oil change is done. Like I said, it threw me for a loop that it didn't have the gasket on the filter housing. I don't know how it never leaked. That's baffling to me. But it didn't. So, but we got the gasket on there this time. Alright, I forgot to reset the oil maintenance on here. I think it's different than our old one. Let's turn all that on. Maintenance required. Believe. Shush, I know. Alright. That's not. Maintenance reset. Here we go. This is a lot simpler. That's simple. A lot simpler. Let me start it up. Yep, no more triangle. Cool. On our old one, you had to like hold this button and then press that button, and then that was on our 2011. This one's a lot easier. So good deal. All right, now so the oil change on this thing is done and complete. And now we're going to take the kids to the park, and then we're going to come back, make some taco salad, and I'll do the oil and the detailing on this tomorrow. So. Got to put the wife's van back in the garage. A little before and after action for the interior. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. You all right?
You didn't hurt me.
Okay. A little dirty in here with 3 kids. But we'll get her detailed. All right, it's the next day, and we're detailing the van. And it is a mess. This is what happens when you have 3 kids, and 2 of them are of the age to just open up Tootsie Rolls and throw them on the ground and step on them repeatedly until they're born into the carpet and the floor mats. So yeah, this is going to be a fun job. It's messy. I'll show you the mats I took out. At least this thing came with a full set of Toyota weather mats. But yeah, look at this. Don't know what that is. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and get it cleaned up. Make it look all nice and brand new again for the family. But yeah, see, look at this. We got carpet, we got, you know, chocolate in the carpet, we got all that stuff. So Now it's just time to vacuum everything, and then I'll go ahead and get to the mats and make them look like new. I wish I had one of the steamers that you can get like a steamer deal or just spray steam. You can get them on Amazon. Just spray steam on these like hard to get off crap, like melted chocolate worn into carpet and stuff and gum. But I don't have one of those, so I'm just going to use some just basic detailer. But we'll get her clean. Oh yeah, more awesomeness back here. And I've already vacuumed like half of it out. Yeah. I love it. We'll get her clean. Alright, we got the vacuuming done, I think. So we're about, a quarter of the way done. Got a lot more to do. But, yeah. I'm pretty pleased with that. Well, there's still some dirt in the carpet that I have to get out. We're getting there. What's up, buddy? I am cleaning it. Oh, we're vacuuming it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why?
Don't get in.
Why?
I don't want you to get it all dirty right now.
Oh.
I'm still cleaning it. Yeah, buddy.
Why are the seats like this?
So I could get under the seats with the vacuum better.
Oh.
As we are pretty much done detailing the interior, pretty much going to end the video here, but I'll show you the finished product on the inside. Like I said, this is a different kind of vlog from my usual trucking vlog because I've been home, bored, waiting for my truck to be done. So, you know, I've just been kind of cleaning the wife's car and doing stuff with the kids, all that kinds of stuff. I love detailing cars. I love seeing the finished product. Really makes it feel like an accomplishment. But anyway, here we go. As you saw the before picture at some point, now the after. Yep. Heck of a lot better. Got the stains out of the carpet down here. Anyways, guys, that is it. I'm gonna go and get off here and finish buttoning the rest of it up. And you'll have to go out there and be safe. And I hope you guys are making more money than I am this week. So, yeah, with that said, we're gonna go ahead and, like I said, sign off. So y'all have going out there, survive to thrive, and we'll talk to you guys in the next vlog. Hopefully, it'll be in the truck. So we'll see you then.